video about mathematics. Today we're going to look at linear equations and how to solve them. The approach is to first simplify the left and right side, then move all constants to the right side and all x's to the left side of the equality sign. Divide the such that the x is isolated on the left side. So let's just look at an example. 2x plus 5 is 11. So it's already simplified, so we directly move all constants to the right side. So the 5 goes to the right side. 11 minus 5 is 6, so we have 2x is 6, and then we divide by this 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and we already have the answer. Let's check this. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 5 is 11. So let's go to the second example. We have 3x plus 6 is 11 plus 2x. So we first move the 6 to the other side. So we can get 11 minus 6 is 5. And then we move this 2x to the left side, which is 3x minus 2x is x is 5. So it's also a solution. Let's check it. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 6 is 21. 11 plus 2 times 5 is also 21. So we found the solution x is 5. Example 3. 2x is 5x plus 12. So the constant is already on the right side, so we just move all x's to the left side. So 2x minus 5x is minus 3x is 12. We divide by 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 4, and we have minus x, and then we actually divide by minus 1 to get x, so the minus just goes to the other side. X is minus 4. Let's check this. 2 times minus 4 is minus 8. 5 times minus 4 is minus 20 plus 12 is minus 8. It's exactly the same, so this solution is correct. So in the beginning I told you to simplify the equations before you start moving constants to the right and x's to the left. So in this case, x plus 3x is actually 4x, and 4 plus 5 is 9. 3 minus 6x plus 7, you can add the 7 to the 3, which is 10, minus 6x. So this is the simplified version of this equation. Then we move this 9 to the other side, which means minus 9, which is 1, and we move the 6x to the other side, which means plus 6x is 10x, because it was minus 6x. Okay, now we almost have x, so we just have to divide by 10, which means x is 1 divided by 10. So let's check the solution. We can just fill it in the left side and in the right side and check if the answer is exactly the same. So 1/10 plus 3/10 plus 4 plus 5 is 9, 4/10 is 9.4. The right hand side, 10 minus 6/10 is also 9.4. So this is correct. The answer is x is 1/10. So let's look what happens when we see fractions in the linear equation. The easiest way to go is to multiply such that the fractions are gone. So I see 1/3 and I see 5/6. So I multiply by 6, and then you have to multiply everything by 6. So 6 times 1/3 is 2x, 5/6 times 6 is 5, and 1 times 6 is 6. So I move the 5 to the other side, which means subtract 5 from 6 is 1, and 2x is 1 means x is a half, which means division by 2. So let's check if a half is a correct answer. 1/3 times a half is 1/6 plus 5/6 is 1. That's correct. Okay, linear equations actually describe where lines intersect. So given a linear formula like this, it represents a line, and I have another line which is described by this formula, and the question is, where do they intersect? So we just fill in y1 is y2, which means that we have a linear equation when this formula is equal to this formula. 2x minus 11 is 1 minus x. So we're just going to solve that like we did before. We move the 11 to the other side, and we move this x to the left side. So 1 plus 11 is 12, and 2x plus x is 3x. We divide by 3, we get x is 4. So we check the answer. X is 4 means the value of the first line is 8 minus 11 is minus 3, and 1 minus 4 is also minus 3. So these lines really intersect. So the coordinates of the intersection are 4 minus 3. So sometimes the equations of the lines are not given, but just two coordinates of where they go through. So we have one line that goes through 0, 1 and 3, 7, and another line through 5, 4 and 7, 2. So let's find out where these lines intersect. So the first thing we have to do is find a formula that describes this line and this line. So y1 is 1, which is this one, plus 7 minus 1, which is this difference, divided by 3 minus 0, which is this difference. 7 minus 1 is 6, and 3 minus 0 is 3. So just do 1 plus 2x is the formula that describes this line. The other line, we first look at the coefficients in front of the x. In 5 it's 4, and in 7 it's 2, so it goes down. It goes down 2 in 2 steps, from 5 to 7 it goes down from 4 to 2. So it goes down 1 in one step. So it's minus x. So if you want to have the first number, the constant, like this 1 for this line, we need to know what is the y coordinate in x is 0. So in 5 it's 4, so in 0 it's 9, because 4 plus 5 is 9. So we found the two formulas for the lines. If you want to know where they intersect, you say y1 is y2. So 1 plus 2x is 9 minus x. So we move this 1 to the other side. Negative is 8. 2x plus x is 3x. X is 8 third is 2 2/3. Let's fill it in the y1. y1 is 1 plus 2 times 2 2/3 is 1 plus 16 third is 1 plus 5 1/3 is 6 1/3. And if we plug it in the other formula, the 9 minus x, we get 9 minus 2 2/3 is 6 1/3 is exactly the same. The lines intersect in 2 2/3, comma 6 1/3, so the x and the y. So if you consider linear equations, first simplify the left hand side and the right hand side of the equation, like we saw in example 4. You simplify both sides, then move all constants to the right and all x to the left. Like we did here, we moved all the constant to the right and the x's to the left. And divide such that the equation becomes of the form x is something. So, for example, 3x is 8, we divide by 3 such that we have an x isolated on the left hand side. In case of two lines, the intersection can be calculated by solving the linear equations, which means if we have two lines given by some formula, we can find the intersection by solving this equation, in which the first formula is equal to the second formula. Sometimes you first have to find the formulas of the lines, like we saw in example 7. Okay, that was everything I wanted to tell about linear equations. And if you want to learn more, look at my other videos and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, but goodbye.